And welcome to another MCO market update on Ethereum. The Ethereum chart has formed a 5-wave move to the downside from the Wednesday high. At least best I can tell, it does look like a 5-wave move down. We now see the corrective bounce we talked about in yesterday's video. We were watching for that. It was possible that we were already in the third of the C wave to the downside. But again, similar to Bitcoin, if you watch that video, it would have meant that the wave 2 was extremely weak. Possible. I mean, the Ethereum chart has been quite weak, especially compared to BTC. But still, whenever you're dealing with a weak wave 2, it's worth to be prepared for a wider wave 2. And this might be unfolding right now. We're now reaching the standard resistance that I explained yesterday or communicated. It's between $1,827 and $1,909. And, you know, it's still a few hours until the US stock market opens, until the New York session begins. However, it looks like that could be quite a decisive session, because if we don't see a break above resistance today, then yeah, the bears will remain in control. I mean, over the weekend, we'll likely not see upside breakouts, I would say. I think last weekend as well, the bears were in control. And they are still in control. Okay, so the price broke below the previous swing low here from Monday or Sunday the 30th in 5 waves. We're now dealing with a 3-wave move up. So that looks like 3 waves. It could still stretch a little higher here. Clear 3-wave move. I think it's easy to see A, B, C in wave 2 before we then go down lower, yeah? And the area between 1,851 and 1,874 could be reached and tested next. It would take a decisive break above the 78.6 retracement at 1,909 to suggest that a more substantial low has already formed. I mean, that's possible. I mean, you can say, hey, maybe it's just a weak C wave, yeah? Because it is a 5-wave move down and we've reached below the previous low. I mean, new low, it could be the last one, okay? But it's too short, and a C wave typically would reach at least the 100% extension, which is located at $1,644. So, yeah, I mean, even though a low could technically be in, of course, you know, even from a wave count point of view, regarding this C wave, it could have bottomed, right? Because this is 5 waves down. But if I compare that to Bitcoin, if I compare that with the stock indexes, well, it would take a little bit more to convince me, like, for example, a break above resistance. Because until we break above resistance, the most probable pathway seems downward, probably even into the region here around 1644 and 1573, maybe even lower. I mean, these are just the next levels to watch. Basically, the trend remains down. We're now testing resistance. Crucial to watch this resistance area today. But a break above resistance, will that be bullish? No, it would just be less directly bearish, in my opinion. It could be bullish, but we can then watch also for a wider B wave first. Okay, that's the problem with this chart, because with a weak C wave to the downside, I wouldn't trust it until we get further evidence, like a solid 5-wave move up. So if I see 5 waves up, a break above resistance in 5 waves, followed by a 3-wave pullback, and it would need to prove that. So I want to see 5 waves up. That would be potentially wave 1, and then we want to see if it can hold in a 3-wave pullback a higher low. We can call that a potential 1-2 setup, and then we can go higher from there. Yeah. So in any 5-wave move up needs to be confirmed by a 3-wave pullback. So there will be a support area, and if that doesn't hold, then yeah, that reversal attempt has failed. There are always few steps in confirming an upside reversal, right? First of all, the break above resistance in 5 waves, then a higher low in the pullback, and a breakout above that high. So these are the things we are watching for. Important is to understand, if we see 5 waves and we're not even breaking above resistance, it's not so meaningful. So yeah, parameters should be clear. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.